What Up Podcast. I'm your host, ohCatrina.
And I'm MisfitsTamara.
And if you're new here, welcome. This is a podcast where feminist crazy cat ladies talk about comics, gaming, superheroes, and all of the other fantastic things that are geeky in this world.
So we'll run down our nerdy news of the week, and then we share some chick pics and guest chick pics with you before we dive into our main topic. Though it's going to be a little bit different this time, so it's going to be, we'll get to it. It's fine.
Definitely. Well, for returning fans, welcome back. We missed you. If you're listening to us on allgames.com, thank you. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, please leave a 5-star rating or else we will hate you forever.
So today, we have a special guest, OMAR NAJAM. So he's the host of the Supergirl Study Group, a Buffy podcast. And he's a writer, and he's a vlogger extraordinaire.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
This is so exciting. I remember when the name was being... I'm a huge Go-Go fan from Big Hero 6, and so this is... I love the name. I voted for it.
I would definitely... I'm glad that I came up with this name. I'm very proud of how I've named this podcast twice now. Boom! Take that, Sarah, who's right over here.
I can hear you.
Before we get into all the fun for today, let's start with a little fall fun, which is usually we put breaking news here, but since this is a pre-recorded episode, it would be kind of silly.
We can't talk about the Emmys because they're actually kind of going on.
They're about to happen, so if I talk about how I want Tatiana Maslany to win, it would either be very exciting or very disappointing.
Also with Tracy Ellis Ross.
Exactly. By the time you listen to this, so fall fun instead. We're talking about all of our favorite fall things.
So that's OMAR. Thanksgiving or Halloween, and why?
In terms of my personal favorite, or is better? Oh, I'm a huge Halloween person.
Mm-hmm.
Huge Halloween person.
Why?
I didn't continue your question. Halloween has there's so much to it. I feel like all the other holidays, especially for comparing Thanksgiving and for only comparing those two, there's only a certain amount of stuff you can do for Thanksgiving. Halloween can be anything. It can be super scary or just like fun scarecrow stuff.
Sure.
It's a whole month. People have started to extend it back to August now.
It's a lot of Halloween.
And it's a low-pressure communal holiday.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, Thanksgiving is a pressure communal holiday.
Yeah.
Like it's always going to get to politics, whereas Halloween doesn't. So I love, and I grew up in the suburbs, so just decorating your house and stuff like that, fond memories.
I think Halloween is the only holiday I like that is directly related to genocide that we celebrate here in America. so in that respect.
Well, I like to not move it back to that so much as being grateful for it's Friendsgiving kind of like Thanksgiving is cool, it's food, but it's like we have a lot of friends out here. A lot of people in LA are not from LA. I'm one of the few people who are actually from here. So a lot of my friends don't necessarily go home. So a lot of times we'll have them over, and so everyone gets to have that sense of family and things like that when they can't get back to a state or suburb that they come from. But Thanksgiving is about it's like the friendship thing, but like eating and napping. Whereas Halloween, you can kind of like mix it up a little. Like you get to, if you want to trick or treat, you can trick or treat. Even if you're an adult, just don't make it weird. If you're, if you want to like keep it low key and do like really low key, just take a marker and write it on your shirt costumes, you can do that. There's a lot of options for you. But I do like baking a lot. Thanksgiving is a real holiday.
Here's my proposal for when I'm queen of the world. New extra holiday to follow Halloween. Thanksgiving we have Black Friday and it's terrible. Halloween we will have Dead Friday or Dead whatever the next day is after Halloween.
It changes up.
Wherever you end up after that night, because usually you're like knocked out at your friend's place or something. Everyone just gets together the next day after everyone's done getting hungover and stuff, and just has a big old barbecue. And it's just like Thanksgiving because you still spend a lot of time making food, but then you're nourishing each other because you're so hungover.
So you want to do like an All Saints Day barbecue,
exactly.
Or we're calling it Dead next day.
Yes. So Dead next day ending in Y. That would be my new.
I know this is outside the fall spectrum, but I celebrate a special holiday that I think that maybe we could adapt into this. I celebrate February 15th as Broke Valentine's because everything goes on sale.
Sure.
You're just like, Andy Palooza.
Yeah.
And then I feel like this new Dead Day is totally like, all right, Target, give me everything at 75% off.
Exactly. Like, this is when you knock all the turkey off. That and just go like, yes, everything with protein in it, just put it like half off. All these drunkards will want this stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like every burger in the aisle, gone.
Aspirin water, candy, and costumes for next year.
Yes.
Yeah, it is sort of a harvest. In a way. It is like we've reached the peak.
It is a first true harvest.
And then you have to make a pilgrimage out to the store while you're home to do this. Exactly. So they're suffering in every holiday, and they're suffering in this one too.
Get into it.
It's a great thing. They're suffering in every holiday.
I forgot to put Day of the Dead on the list. Did you guys talk about it at all?
So we didn't really quite get into it.
So I'm off camera enjoying my disembodied voice. Out here in LA, they have the Hollywood Cemetery. And for Day of the Dead, it just fills up with people creating shrines and visiting their folks who've passed on, and it's filled with a parade and festival. Am I the Hello Kitty Zangief?
Yes, you are.
The muscle! Oh, sorry. It's kind of the best holiday of all time, and it made me really appreciate guacamole because it's actually really rooted in that culture. And that's all I wanted to say. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye. Goodbye. Spirit. So here's my question to you guys.
Sure.
Okay.
Favorite fall drink?
Cider.
Are you a pumpkin spicer or?
I don't do the pumpkin spice. Maybe it's a thing that I might enjoy on occasion, but I'm not like, ooh, goody. I'm much more excited about the apple cider.
Very good. Yes. Yeah.
My answer is probably grog, which is
Yes.
and then maybe a cinnamon stick inside.
Yeah, so good.
Or like, I know it's not like a traditional, no, actually the more I'm saying this, the more I'm realizing this is problematic. I would also say like Indian chai, because like it gets colder, and when like I was a kid, my mom was like, alright, we're making tea. And so I just associate that with the autumn season. But pumpkin spice lattes, I feel like when I drink a pumpkin spice latte or anything that's pumpkin spice flavored, I just want the pie.
Well, yes, that's
So I just get the pie.
That's my thing about it. Like, you want to put pumpkin in all kinds of stuff, willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Just give me a pie.
It's not a hard pie to make.
It really is.
Yeah.
They have canned pumpkin, and you can also just get a pumpkin and pure.
Yeah.
It's just like
Quarter it?
because you're already getting them for Halloween, so just get the ones that are on sale on the first, and just get into it.
Yeah.
Purees and stuff.
I don't have a favorite fall drink because my only real favorite seasonal drink would be like peppermint hot cocoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's like Christmas. I don't really have another drink where it's like I drink this in spring.
I've made mulled wine before.
Ooh.
I can recommend that. It's
Ooh.
pretty
I'm gonna try that out.
Yeah.
As Californians, there is an interesting thing where like our autumn is like just, it's actually a little hotter than July.
Yes, yeah.
So like I got a book. That was a library remix.
Don't know how it happened.
Oh wow. Oh man.
The good news is we can cut that out.
It's like a Moby.
Yeah.
Moby pop. Skrillex.
Nevertheless, since that was
the
said, you
Jackie
want to
word.
just head back to that.
What was the last thing?
Funny thing about being in California.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, we have seasons, but those seasons are different. We have
Yeah.
spring, summer, fire, and fall.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are currently in fire season.
I feel like we can make almost like late summer drinks for fall for us. Like hibiscus teas and stuff would totally be an autumn drink for us in California.
Definitely.
You can also do like mint, like chilled mint kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the big thing with California. Everything comes a little later. Like in December, you still kind of want to do fall drinks, and then in February,
Yes.
it's like 40 outside, and everyone's complaining because they're not from they're from California. You want to have your
blood.
yeah,
It's hot.
exactly. Yeah, that'd be nice tea. So I totally get that. Okay, so favorite fall event here as local Los Angelitos.
Oh, so it's gotta be like a thing that happens on a semi-regular basis?
Yeah, like your favorite annual fall event that you'd like to attend.
Oh.
We have a lot around here.
We
Quite a
do.
few.
The Barker Marionette Theater, I don't know if they're still doing it since he passed away, but in downtown, in historic Filipino town, there's like a marionette show where they show like old, forgotten Halloween cartoons. And then there's like a marionette show that does it, and Emo Phillips oftentimes hosts it.
Oh, wow.
How have I not heard of this?
That's what I'm here. I can now leave.
That's the end of your, thank you so much. Goodbye.
That's hard. I don't know. It's. I do different stuff every year, so I don't necessarily. I mean, the stuff that I usually go to on a regular basis, like, because I'm a fucking nerd. I'm looking for the Kamikaze. It's always kind of a cool thing. It's one of the few.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, it's one of the few places I get to do panels. But I'm usually working the other thing, like the cons that I go to. And there's always like really cool people there. I got a picture. I bought my friend a picture of John Barrowman like 2 years ago, and then we all kind of jumped in it. So she's very, and she has a kid now, so I wanted to get her a picture while she was pregnant, and then be able to get her a picture with the baby. But I wasn't able to do that. I know. So anyways, so there's always cool people there. There's always interesting panels, stuff that you can't ever really see at bigger cons because I feel like they don't quite make it in because there's so much other bigger stuff getting in. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. They always have like really cool like 90s childhood reunions. They announced the one this year, and I don't remember what it is.
That's where I met Kamikaze, where I met Pete and Pete.
Yes.
And then just they're really cool guys.
Yes. I was walking by and I stopped to talk to Andre, the Black Nerd Andre. I just was like walking by and I was like, hey, I was talking to him, and then like two people like stood up to kind of talk to him too, and I was like, oh, it's Pete. Oh, it's Darkwing Duck. It's a Darkwing Duck cast.
That's awesome. Oh man, I've got to go to Kamikaze this year, and I have no choice.
Yes, it's usually on Halloween weekend, and it's also on Halloween weekend. So a little hard for people who also want to rage and do a couple of different things, but you could squeeze a couple hours.
Yeah.
I am a predictable movie Disney nerd, and I really like going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party because you can stay super late at the park, and like rarely do people actually bring their kids to that event. So it's really nice because nobody's really like screaming or anything unless it's because they're scared, which is like weird because you're in Disneyland. It's like, why are you scared of anything? And then of course Haunted Mansion gets its remake.
Oh yeah.
You can go there now, but it's
the whole Nightmare Before Christmas. Thing going through it's pretty solid.
Best Halloween I ever spent was my youngest brother had never been to Disneyland before, and my middle brother and I had just gotten into Disneyland and we got passes, and so we on Halloween day itself we went and we Disney bounded as Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And we were like hipster virgins with like trucker hats.
So awesome.
I demand a photo.
Yes.
I will search through it. There's one of us on Splash Mountain, and this girl is Elsa in the front, like about to scream through the photograph. And then we got down. She was like screaming and crying, and then once we landed, she got up and she was like, "That was great. I'm glad that I did that." And we were like, "Yeah, you're so cool."
Oh, that is awesome. Well, that's definitely. I love going to that one. I did a bit of Halloween Horror Nights one year, but not this year.
Really scary.
I'm too scared. It's like the Purge election year this year. And I'm like, I don't need to be reminded of the actual horror of the real life election. Yeah, good.
I will say that, if you go to like Not Scary Farm, Universal Horror Nights has on average more scary things, but they're also, that's their thing, movie effects.
Yeah.
So and also I think it's Not Scary Farm kind of tries to give it layers so that some kids can go here, and so it's not too bad. All of them. There's always one like weird thing with like clowns that I don't because I don't want to punch any of the workers there. It's just their job, but I just if weird clowns sneak up on me,
because you can't actually fight a fight.
I fight, man. And so it's just not a thing. So I also get hyper aware, so whenever they're like sneaking up on you in the park, I always know where they're hiding. You can't see them, I'm like, there's somebody in the bush, there's someone, so I get like weirdly like, I'm like, Uatu.
Nice.
You see all the actors.
Yes, I see them all. So I know all their secrets.
Mm-hmm.
I did Six Flags one time for Halloween, and there was like I don't know if this is a PC term anymore, but there was like a redneck section, and that wasn't like demons and stuff. I'm like, okay, like I'm dealing with this, and there's sort of like a logic to it that maybe I could reason through, where it's just like, maybe they're specters, and they would only pass through me, right? Like I can get that story in my head. Being in Santa Clarita and then just guys in overalls yelling at you was legit, like, is a fear I have. It wasn't like a dress-up thing, it was just Santa Clarita.
Oh, God. Scary.
Yeah, it was way too
It's and like there's the whole like carnival part of the universe is usually like filled with like zombie clowns.
Oh no, that's a lot.
I only went once, and I went because of the Buffy maze. And so this was like
When was this?
98.
Oh, wow.
This is like season 2 or season 3?
Or actually, it might have been. Yeah, no, it was like 98 or 99. Yeah, like it was like and it was the first year they did it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was the very first Halloween Horrors, and I went, and I was a couple of friends, and the Buffy maze was actually pretty solid. It was a little bit underwhelming in terms of what they could have done with it, because it ended up being like there was like Nightmare, Vampire, Buffy, and one thing, and then like Spike was walking around.
Okay.
So like it was a vampire maze basically.
Okay.
But what I was thinking, if I would do that, and this is for free, I just want tickets. If you have the Buffy maze again, you have all those stunt people just enact Buffy vampire fights or angel vampire fights waiting in line. People are going to be in that line for a long time, so you might as well just have them running around.
And then light paint, like the dusting.
Yeah.
Just get the suits that kind of like the Frozen shows.
Just have them dug behind like some bushes.
Exactly.
Just give me some tickets. It's cool.
Alright, dude, heck yes. Okay, so best Halloween costume, I guess, that you have ever worn.
Best or favorite?
I guess favorite also works.
Because sometimes your favorite one isn't your best.
Yeah.
It's a favorite. I like favorite more.
I'm going real old school because I was like 5. And I dressed up like Minnie Mouse and I had this cute little dress.
Oh, that's
And I
great.
wore Hufflepuffs.
That's great.
That's so cute.
So that's my favorite because it's adorable. I look great in these pictures. Super cute.
I was Rafiki.
Solid.
And I had like a stick. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. That's a good one.
It's that, or it's tied between that or Sebastian the Crab when I was in preschool, maybe.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And like the arms all, like the legs and arms were all attached, so they moved.
Oh my gosh. I guess mine would be a tie to when I was a kid. I was Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. That came out. That was like the first time I ever wore lipstick. I hated it. I ate all of it off my face, and I hated it. But the costume was great. And then last year I was Liv from Eyes on Me. It was the most comfortable thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because it was just like jeans and a t-shirt and a lab coat and then dead makeup. And it was like, yeah.
I found out a couple of years ago I was a Green Lantern of an unspecified sector. So I got some Warbler, and so I made up a lantern thing, and I took a, what do you call it?
LED?
No, I wish I was looking for LED, but I ran out of time. So the glow sticks.
Oh,
That's the kind of necklace ones, and I wrapped a bunch of them in there.
that's
So just
perfect.
really
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That's a great costume.
crafty.
That was awesome.
So, skipping ahead, favorite Thanksgiving dish.
This is tough because certain things need to be prepared certain ways. My boyfriend makes the best stuffing I've ever had in my life.
That's good.
In my life, and so that would be one. But I grew up in the South, and so we had, when I was a kid, we had these fantastic grits made by my mom's friend from church every year. And that's what I remember about Thanksgiving, because they had like pork and stuff in them. It was like amazing. So yeah, so that's that I would say either his stuffing or those grits.
I'm, it's all about sides for me. Like the turkey or whatever your main dish is kind of secondary.
Right.
It's all the sides.
It's pretty standard, right?
Yeah. Let's grab the turkey fun.
Yeah, sides on sides on sides on sides. So I always go back to mac and cheese because cheese.
Shells or macaroni?
It depends. It depends on who's making it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because there are different, like the different cheese combinations and different. And I do not fucks with the craft. I'm sorry.
Oh, do
Do not. Exactly. There are very few people who are like, hey, look, and I'm like, slap it at her. I do not fucks with that. That's not real stuff. I never like. It's just dating evil. So that, and then. I mean, the various pies. My grandma, my dad's side was, the baker was where I learned kind of a lot of my dishes. She would also make cinnamon rolls, so that's on the list as well.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. Cinnamon rolls. So it's, anyway.
Mine, I think, might get recognized by Sarah because my folks are British, so we have Yorkshire pudding. And it's this crazy, you have to heat up oil in muffin tins.
I was going to say, what is it even? It's bread.
It's bread. It's bread.
It's bread that has a hole for you to put gravy into.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most British. It's like a badger served it to you in the wind of the willows. That's the only way to be more British.
We have a tradition where my mom makes a special soup before it. It's like the spring soup with clear broth. It's not like a heavy stew or anything, but it's like that. Yorkshire pudding, and then there's usually one other random weird British thing that she just throws in there every year. Poppers. That's right.
Ooh.
Not bad.
That's good.
Alright, so we've spent a lot of time on fall fun, which was pretty fun. So let's try and sort through chick picks. Chick picks are the things that we would like you to go check out, usually made by a woman or a person of color or people of color. This week we're kicking it off with Tamara. What would you like to recommend?
Tamara.
Damn it! Every time I think it's different and it's not.
No, it's not. It's
clearly
not.
It's Tamara.
As I'm slowly learning all of the transitional pieces, you're also slowly learning the names. Ta-da! So I'm going with Queen Sugar, which is Ava DuVernay and Oprah Winfrey's co-produced television show. Ava DuVernay put it all together. Every episode is directed by a woman, and I think they're all women of color.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think it's only on the second episode at this point. It's on OWN. I think that's also digital somewhere. I know that some people are talking about not being able to find it. When I figure out what that is, I will put them in the links, and so that way you can check it out.
My chick pick is Mystic Messenger, which is made by a sort of team of Korean developers, I assume. It's an otome game, which is basically like a girls' dating sim, but it's kind of like a little different from like your standard dating sim where you're texting back and forth with these guys and you have to uncover mysteries about their lives in order to, one, end up with one of them, and two, figure out how to get out of an apartment with a bomb in it. But it's very complex. And it's really cool, and it's free. It's really cool. It's a great game if you've got like long days at work and like every couple of hours you want a random text from a droid, pretty much. It's great. It's wonderful. Talk to robots.
Mine is actually a Buffy sticker set by the artist Kayla Miller, because I figured since we're getting close to Halloween, gotta up your Buffy game.
Yes.
And so you can actually check that out at kayke.storeenvy.com. So that sticker set.
Yes. So finally we have been brought to the main topic, aka Heads Up, Warm Up. Today's fall topic is going to be fall television here with Fall Omar and Fall Tamara and Fall Catrina. All good. There are a bunch of shows coming out this month and next.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to see come back?
Well, I'm super excited for Supergirl season 2. And not just because of Superman being on it and Tyler Hoechlin.
Yes.
Yes.
All of these.
Sorry. I got distracted because I was thinking of that picture of him in the suit, not the cape. Which Mackay Pfeiffer also talked about on Twitter.
No way.
Yeah, he did. He was like, is Tyler? Some fan asked if Tyler was super nice and working with or whatever. He's like, yeah, he's really great. He's helping me with my workouts, and he did a hashtag that basically was like hashtag the ass. I was like, we all know. Fantastic. That's good. I like it. But they're adding a lot of really cool characters. I would name them, but I'm not sure if everyone's seen the first season, and one of them is a pretty big spoiler to the end of it, so I'm not going to mention it. But I'm really excited because the one thing that I was really hoping was happening at the end of last season looks like was the thing that happened.
Yes.
So I'm super excited about it.
Wait. So is this particular spoiler involved with another particular DC show that is now canceled and was a cartoon at some point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna talk about the spoiler, now I'm not.
Yeah, no,
That's good.
But yes, But watch the show. It's really good. And I'm also they have really great world building, and a lot of the things they do have very interesting implications for people who know DC Comics and are DC comic fans. And I like that they're going to kind of do the Superman question head on, because I know a lot of people, one particular person at work, Ash, just started watching it and was like, well, it seems like Superman's kind of a jerk and just leaves her with some random family, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're 2 episodes into this, could you watch it?
Wait until you see how he tests.
Smiley emoji.
Smiley.
Okay, so I'm really excited about that.
Kara.
I'm interested in the Wizard of Oz show. Primarily because the woman who's playing the Wicked Witch is, she was the scene-stealing Black Panther bodyguard in Civil War. She was like 5 seconds away from so she's playing that. And I can't remember her name right now because I'm the worst and I didn't write it down. But she's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, there's like 14 time travel TV shows.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, there's one on ABC where it's Jack the Ripper and H.G. Wells.
That's right. They travel forward to.
Yes. And then there's the one that I don't know how that one's gonna go. It looks like it's a replacement for.
Dora Milaje.
Oh, Dora Milaje. See, that name fit in my head, but I didn't.
Wait, no, they're called Dora.
Dora,
Yes.
That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? The guards. Sarah's trying to be helpful and look up this.
And I failed.
His name, it's fine. It's okay.
No.
I follow her on Twitter too, I can't.
Florence Kasumba.
Yes, she's amazing. That's another chick pick.
Make the shit out of there.
Get up, very good. Go up in the Florence goodness. But the one that looks, it's Timeless on NBC. And that's got Goran Viznik, which I think is Matt Lanter. He's, decent.
Matt Lanter, if you guys love Star Wars like I love Star Wars, you'll know that Matt Lanter played the especially sexy Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars.
He's also the voice of Aquaman in the new 52 based.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Movies, animated movies. So he's all up in that.
He's great.
Yeah. Matt Lanter's Anakin is what made me fall in love with Anakin, because I didn't give a crap about that guy, and then it was just like, oh my god, he's so hot.
Hashtag not the younglings. So that's I'm before I start talking too much. Also, I'm very excited about what they could potentially do on Legions of Tomorrow.
Yes.
That could be very good. I do enjoy the Justice Society, and Rip is the worst. I love him, but he's the worst.
Isn't oh gosh, why do I want to call her Valkyrie when instead she's Vixen? Vixen is coming to Legend of Tomorrow.
Yes, Vixen's going to be there. That's very cool. I know did they cast Stargirl yet?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, she's going to be on at some point. That's a pretty big fixture on the JSA. I'm wondering if they're going to do that 2-generational JSA. That would be very cool. They have time travelers. They could happen. I'm interested in the crossover for all the DC Flash shows, provided they keep Oliver as far away from Kara as possible.
Please.
Hashtag keep Oliver away from Kara 20.
So it's too gloomy for her.
I know. But mostly I want there to be a scene where Kara meets Adam. It's like, you remind me of my cousin. That's all I want in my life.
That would be huge.
And of course the musical episode that I would hope that is still in production, I hope.
It is. It's going to be in the early half of the second half.
Wow.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be writing the song for it.
That's too good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It's going to be freaking great.
Yeah, Supergirl's giving me everything I need. Oh my god! And then the card is going to play the president on it.
Yes.
So what else do you have? Other shows? Step your game up.
To its credit, Star Wars Rebel Season 3 is starting at the end of this month, and it brought back the legendary Thrawn from the Star Wars Expanded Universe. And for anybody who doesn't know Thrawn, he's one of those villains that everybody likes, but Sarah particularly hates. Thrawn was the villain that kicked off what is pretty much known as the Expanded Universe. We had titles like Splinter of Mind's Eye and everything, but it wasn't until Timothy Zahn's what is now known as the Thrawn trilogy, which started with Heir to the Empire, that kind of kicked off the whole what happened after Return of the Jedi thing. So I'm excited for Star Wars Rebels Season 3 because it is not only bringing in Thrawn, but it's also leading directly into Rogue One. So that raises the stakes for characters like Anakin's apprentice Ahsoka, her fate is still left up in the air after Season 2, and it's really cool. Like, I'm excited to see how the show grows because I've been advocating it for forever, and everybody's like, it's a dumb kid show, Catrina, and I'm like, I'm sorry, people committed suicide on that show. It is not a kid show anymore.
What's funny to me is how people kind of look down, especially Western audiences, look down on animation when that has some of the best writing of any stuff. I mean, it's the Avatar: Last Airbender recently, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Gravity Falls. A lot of things that challenge kids and get them to think, and Rebels is no exception. It's really great writing and a really great show, and it's the exact kind of way you want to explore a extended universe in between movies.
Yeah, that's definitely how I feel about it.
What are you looking forward to, Mama?
One of the shows I'm looking forward to actually just kicked off a little while ago, American Horror Story.
Oh, yes. How is that shaping up? Everyone's confused.
Their marketing campaign is crazy for that. I've been taking pictures of question marks and just tagging them as American Horror Story advertising. But I've watched the first episode, and I'm very interested. I like it when creators play with TV that allows actors to then do interesting things and gets them sort of maybe out of comfort zone, but puts them into a whole different thing to play with. And so Sarah Paulson is just going to take it out of the field this year, as she always does. But and so I'm really excited about American Horror Story. And then I love Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Oh, nice! Yes!
That starts
in October.
Oh,
is it?
Next week.
Well, depends when this goes out, I guess.
Yeah.
It starts very soon.
Yeah, it starts very soon.
So, yes.
Very excited about
This
that.
fall.
Yes, so in like the next couple, if not already, in the next week or two. There are too many dates.
So many dates.
Yeah, I on an earlier episode we talked about Briscoe County Jr.
Yes.
And so I've been on a huge Bruce Campbell kick, and so I just caught up with Ash vs. Evil Dead, and that's going to be really
so fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
But I would have to say the top of my list is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes.
It's just so good.
I was a +1 at the Critics' Choice Awards because I have friends who like me, because I'm not part of the TCAs. And the lead, Rachel, she was there, she got an award, and she closed the room down. She was one of the last 6 people who were there at the end, and I very much appreciated that.
She's
talked to her
the coolest,
She had a great dress on. It was amazing.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I have nothing but brownie points to her.
It's been crazy because I wouldn't particularly Rachel and I have seen each other at parties and stuff like that in the improv circle, and we've talked a few times, but it's not a thing where it's just if I saw her on the street I could be oh, hey, how's it going? But all my improv friends around me are like that, and so it's on Facebook and stuff. I've just kept track of her submitting the show and talking to people, and people being no one wants to watch this, and then just them getting it on and just tracking it. It's almost one of those things where you're just I believe again.
Yeah.
I believe that good things can happen and good things can exist.
Yeah, and she's got, isn't Brittany Snow going to be on a couple of episodes?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
2 or 3?
That's awesome.
So that should be very cool. And then I feel like there's still one other person that's a guest that I was really excited about, and I can't remember. It's too much news. And then we were talking about various things, and I forgot to mention that I'm very excited for Kid Flash and the Flash.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh!
So much Wally West in my life.
This whole upcoming season is going to be the best. I'm so excited.
I mean, I'm just to admit things, I'm not super into Flashpoint. I think it makes much more sense on this scale, however, because in this universe, he kind of is a fulcrum point for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And made a lot less sense in the comics, where him doing one thing made all this stuff happen.
Why does every DC crossover have to become a Batman story at the end? It always becomes a Batman story.
Because they use Batman as a crutch. It's not so much DC. They can do stuff, but he's a popular. He's Wolverine now.
Oh, you're so right.
He's Wolverine in the
right.
comics, and so he's just gonna Wolverine it until people get tired of him, and then because I'm kind of Batman now. I like Batman a lot, but he's getting on my last nerves and everything. he needs to chill out.
Go get help. Go get help.
Get an ice cream. Go to a therapist. Go to
Lucifer's there. That's crazy. Got a great therapist.
He dresses as a bat.
Yeah, he's a man who dresses as a bat.
And punches people in the face.
It's a serious problem.
He went around the world for at least 5 years. I'm probably closer to 7 or 8. Learning literally everything in the world he can to more effectively punch people in the face, as opposed to getting therapy.
This is, I mean, we're talking about TV, but that's my favorite thing about the end of the Nolan franchise.
Right.
Is that, like, a lot of people are annoyed at that movie, but I was like, it's the only one that makes sense, because he's just like, this is crazy. Guys, we went way too far with this.
It also makes sense in that particular universe, because being Batman wasn't even his idea, it was technically Rachel's.
Yeah, because he's just like, alright, I did a pretty good job, I did what I needed to, and she was like, no, this is not who you are. He's like, oh god, okay, I'm so tired, Rachel, my house is burnt down.
There's so many things that make me upset about the modern incarnation of Batman that I think I can dedicate a whole episode of Woman Up to.
Alright, you heard your first upcoming episode of Woman Up.
Batman replace Woman Up.
The Bat versus the Bat?
Yeah, exactly. We just said we were talking.
And you reprise your old Halloween costume?
I'm sure it still fits. But I'm really excited about The Flash. I'm excited for iZombie, which is coming back. Oh my god, this is like, I don't know if you guys have kept up with it, but the whole "oh man, I'm a zombie" thing has kind of exploded to this grand scale now, and it's going to be exciting to see how this group who was dealing with it on such a, like, this is with our group, we have a control over this, how they deal with this being an outbreak and stuff, so I'm excited about
It should be really interesting. It's a good way to, that's an excellent way to up your ante for next season. And I'm not sure how you top that after this, but I'm sure they'll find a way.
I'm also excited for Blaine to become the Spike of the series. So, like, really finally settles in his Spike. Yeah, just fully Spike. He's got the hair, he's got the actress, and now he's getting into a love triangle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Gotta be the Spike of the series. So, which I'm excited.
Because it's everybody who's pretends to be British who isn't British being in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah, like David Anders. I remember the first time I saw him on an interview being normal, and I was like, what the fuck? It was very startling, because he was on Alias, and he was really good and British and evil, and then he was not British. And it was weird. And Spike is also not British, and it's weird. He does the voice for the Dresden Files audiobooks.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I was listening to it. It's very interesting hearing him do women's voices.
Ooh. That's always interesting for, like, Harry Potter audiobooks always get me, where they're just like, what are we gonna do, Ron? I don't know, Harry. That's Hermione. I think. Like, why'd you just why did you release a bunch of aliens to you? You didn't know, like, I got it. I know Hermione. Ron did a great job at identifying the character.
That was awesome. One thing that I should mention is that for fans of Grimm, that is usually a fall show. It usually starts in October, but after Comic-Con, when they're like, woo, yay! And then in August, like the 29th, it was like the 29th of August, they're like, so we're all gonna give you like half the season and then you're canceled.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the last season of Grimm, and it's not going to start until, I think, January.
They're getting person of interest.
They're getting person of interest. Except I think they're actually going to. I know, but I think they're actually going to give them like their standard run. They're not going to like double it.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to. I think it's either 10 or 13 episodes. I can't remember which one. So they're going to be able to. Starting very,
It was
very
the Star Wars holiday special.
Exactly.
That time.
Very famous.
We can't keep the Wookiees quiet.
No, I'm sorry. Ring of the Wookiees. Someone ring of the Wookiees. Hashtag ring of the Wookiees. And so, yeah, but it also kind of it feels natural from a story point because they have, done a lot of big pieces. As the last piece had this, like, full-on almost Vessid War breakout, and a lot of things are kind of coming to a head in a way. Don't you do that.
Sorry.
It's contagious.
I didn't want to.
Y'all in the fucking podcast, you're fired.
No, somebody else was the on before me.
It was just like, oh, Graham.
No, I love Graham. I'm sorry. I just yawned randomly.
It's okay.
I went to this set. It was great.
I never once got to go to
I
that
think that they are getting closed out hard. That's
Yeah.
really cool because lots of shows kind of supernatural out, like Supernatural, where you're like, okay, cool, okay, wow, it's a lot to, and I feel like the cast isn't even in this anymore.
yeah.
Great.
I will say for Supernatural, that last season restored a lot of hope for me.
Mhm.
I was watching because I'm a completist for a couple seasons there. I was not enjoying it. It seemed like there was a lot of character regression and redoing things that we already addressed and taking them the other way for reasons, and that was annoying. And I was like, I still enjoy them, and I still enjoy parts of this show, but you're killing me.
Right.
And last season did a whole thing I wasn't expecting, and that they did not do the thing that they always do, and I gave them a lot of brownie points for it. And it had 3 of my favorite episodes of all time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so Baby, the Imaginary Friend episode, and there's one where they're rescuing people in the woods and it goes bad. And it's like, I don't think it has like any music in it either.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a really great episode. So those are like 3 of my favorites. So
You just totally reminded me, because I made the connection of Dean to Dean.
Yes.
Another fall show I'm really excited for is the Gilmore Girls return.
yeah, that's I'm interested in. Did you see that they on Twitter somebody put out one of the script pages?
Oh no.
And it was
Coffee.
it was Lorelai greeting when she comes off the plane, and they have the whole exchange and that stuff, and it was just real.
Wow.
So
I'm so
I
excited.
think people will be very pleased.
Dude, I can't wait.
Please.
I think so. My final list from the fall TV lineup would be Jane the Virgin. I'm so excited. They're married now. I've been Team Michael from the start. I'm sorry, like in my heart I've been Team literally anyone better. But if you have to pick Michael or Raphael, I'm definitely gonna pick the guy who has less murder in his background.
Sure. That's yeah, we can.
This is so representative of life.
Yeah.
I think we're Team anybody better up until a certain age. We're Team least murdery.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, he's got some moral things that I don't really like, but you know what? Nobody's gotten murdered because of him, so I'm gonna go with Michael.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, baby guys,
Versus the opposite?
Yeah. No, absolutely. So I'm excited to see how it unfolds from here because we've got Petra and the twins and like her crazy mom and just dealing with being a family now.
Yeah, and I love Gina Rodriguez so much.
Yes.
I love her so much.
I'm so happy for her.
I am too.
Yeah.
I want to put her in an action movie.
Yes.
Give me a call, Gina.
Please. I will help you write that.
Yeah.
Please.
All kinds of face punching gonna be great.
Yes.
And I won't have you wear heels for action sequences.
Exactly. So I'm going to tweet at Gina Rodriguez and tell her that we will write her a superhero movie.
Get at me, Gina.
Let's go.
We can hook this up. Make it happen.
That's a package deal, man.
She watches Woman Up.
I know. Yeah, I know. She watches Woman Up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Feel free to sign my deals.
Any day.
Tweet you guys the NDAs, right? I think that's the...
Yeah. We sign it totally. If Sarah's watching the account, she can sign it for us.
We'll get those Google Doc shares going.
Perfect. Well, is there anything else you guys are looking forward to this fall before we wrap up?
There's some other stuff kind of floating out there. Nothing that's really... I mean, I enjoyed, in spite of myself, sometimes the voice. Because I just like watching people with talent do stuff.
Yeah.
So Project Runway just started. I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. Just people doing talented things. I really want Adam to stop being on The Voice for a while.
He can take a break.
He could take a break. He's the worst judge out of everybody. And then I want to give a shout out to the CW because they have most of the shows that we're excited about, and they should get credit for that because they've been holding down that sci-fi fantasy when no other channels do.
Including sci-fi.
It's showing sci-fi.
Even though I'm not on the show, I didn't hear Atlanta brought up.
Oh shit, Atlanta.
So I'm going to bring up Atlanta.
Yes.
Come on.
Sarah! I hope I didn't just show you all my vision. So, we'll cut that in post. So, Atlanta is a show that Sarah would never think that she liked, right? Because Sarah likes swords, outer space, old-timey. Sarah does not like current event type shows, nothing modern. There's no elements of the supernatural in here except potentially his mind. Atlanta is so freaking good. Like, I was basically forced to watch the first episode and then needed to finish the first episode and then needed to watch the next episodes. Go watch it. It's amazing. It's so relatable. It doesn't even matter if you're from Atlanta and perhaps the hood. Like, you don't need any of that. I'm not from Atlanta. And yet there were characters in the show. I don't know if you knew that about me, Omar.
But you're not I did.
But my dog is in Atlanta. But there are characters in the show that, like, I would actually say the lines that they would say a second before they said them because I was so wrapped in the show that I'm talking to people as if they can hear me. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was going to say to him. So go watch that. Support the homie.
And also get into Sarah's hair.
Get in there! Okay, bye.
So yeah, Atlanta. I think
Sounds like a great show. Yeah.
So put that on your playlist. Yeah, there's a lot of TV. Like, there's so much good TV on right now. It's stupid. Like, it's stupid how much good TV is on. I mean, like, So Jones is on. I'm enjoying that.
Honestly, can't keep up with it.
It's impossible, almost impossible. So, pro tip: if you are like us and enjoy, your TV shows that have, people who look like the people who are around you and diversity, just cut anything that does not have at least 2 people of color on it. Yeah, on your list, just cut it right out.
That's the sad reason I had to cut Lucifer because I really liked the show, but there's just
they do have
there's 2.
Yes, and there's only 5 people on there regularly.
That's true. It just, I don't know. I'm up and down with Lucifer. I wanted to catch it in the next.
I was really surprised with Lucifer. Everyone was like, hey, he's going to be LA and be a detective. And I was like, grumble. I was like, well, let me just, power watch it. It's actually surprisingly good.
It's so good, but I still haven't warmed up to it.
I understand.
I'm not there yet with it.
I think from the writer's writer's standpoint, that's how I'm kind of watching it because it's a procedural. It's a supernatural procedural. Like, there are several of them. As in Supernatural is also a supernatural procedural. The show with Ian Griffin, Forever, that was he's an immortal and he's solving crime. There's a lot of shows, Grimm, that kind of do that. And there's different takes way that you can approach it. And for them to do like a straight up, like, this is like, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna try and solve these murders with these people and make it in a way that it wasn't dumb is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think that they'd be able to pull it off because that kind of thing always ends kind of.
Yeah. When is also coming back this fall?
Yes, it's coming back this fall.
4 weeks from now or so, I might invite you guys over for a game I just thought of.
Sure.
Where it's gonna be clips of new non-genre procedurals or lawyer shows.
Sure.
And then the titles, and you have to guess which one's which. Based off of one scene of all the generic lawyer shows that are coming out.
We should. Pretty solid. I think if you do the one with
Haley Atwell?
Yeah, you can't have her voice on it. I
think it's gonna be like side character because that you didn't see in Comic-Con, so you're just like, I don't know.
Gosh! Is it Sam Bailey like Donnie Wahlberg? I don't know. Actually, remembering one thing now. It's gone. Something. Oh, I want to. One last thing. So they redid MacGyver on CBS.
Oh yeah.
Why, guys? Why? Why you do this?
Yeah.
Why you do this like this? Why you do this like this?
Why?
I don't. Why?
He's like a cheater now.
He's
cheating. Wait, he's not MacGyver, right? He's just cheating.
I don't know.
But this is what's wrong with millennials.
I'm gonna take this car and then his MacGyvering is like, I'm gonna use this phone, call my dad, get money. That's it. MacGyver.
I didn't think it was Trump. I mean, get on your phone, go to this app, get an Airbnb, boom, and taken care of.
Well, one of what I heard is that they're like George Eames is on it because they canceled CSI and they have to put him somewhere. And apparently he's like some sort of like military sniper-y kind of guy that goes around with him killing people.
Oh, great.
Which is super anti-MacGyver.
This is like a Snyder version of MacGyver.
Oh god, darkest MacGyver ever. Darkest MacGyver. His hair looks real nice though. Whoa. There's more Wookiee noises.
You probably can't even hear these sounds.
I know you probably can't.
I hope that you can, because it's a little terrifying. You have kids, man.
Yeah, children. Yeah, stay selfish. Live all your dreams.
Forever.
Keep all your money.
Exactly. I would like to thank the babies of the world because whenever I think I want a baby, one of them ends up with crying or screaming around me, and I'm like, oh, thanks, baby. Thanks, baby.
How are the babies of the
I never watched you in my apps and anyways, so never mind. You guys, we're going to wrap up the show for today. Let us know below in the comments or anywhere where you can interact with us what your favorite Fall TV show is. Oh, we got a Snapchat now? I'm not there yet. I'm not at that level right now.
I'm also not on the Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't take pictures enough, honestly, for it to be a thing,
there's a whole menus for you to put pictures up.
It's a whole other topic that we're probably going to talk about later.
I want you guys to be able to look at my pictures forever, not for 10 seconds. So
etched in stone.
Just not at the parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me.
Can you imagine that was Snapchat for Egyptians? Like, some Egyptian was like, I don't like this painting. This is too, like, fragile to here in 100 years. Make a pyramid. That lasts forever.
Yep.
Put my face on that pyramid.
New temple it is.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys can catch us next week and every week on iTunes, YouTube, and altgames.com.
You can follow us at Woman Up Show on the Twitters. We'll be announcing our next topics. You can send us questions, like she was saying. Get all that interactive goodness going. Send us random hashtags. We're into it.
Yes. We have a YouTube channel. Make sure you follow it at bit.ly/womanupshow.
And also, Omar,
where can we find you on the internets?
I'm all over the place. You can find me on Twitter at OMAR NAJAM. I'm also on youtube.com/2BrokeGeeks, Sunnydale Study Group in iTunes, and also part of an improv team that performs a whole bunch in LA. So if you're in the LA area, look out for swimming lessons.
let's get up on that improv goodness.
Where can you find you tonight?
Goodness.
You can find me on at MisfitsTamara on the Twitters and Instagrams.
Ooh.
You guys can look for me at ohCatrina anywhere on the internet. Wow.
Wow, that's good branding.
Yeah, I try to keep it very similar. I just finished fighting YouTube so that I could stop being zero HCATRINA and just be ohCatrina again.
Nice.
So that took 2 years. So
Nice.
thanks, YouTube. Good job, everybody.
Well, we start with that podcast.
2 more years, Sarah.
4 years, we'll get our own name on there. Cool.
You guys can listen to us should you like to listen to podcasts at allgames.com/whoop and bit.ly/whoop iTunes.
WUP.
Whoop.
Whoop.
And should you want to find our third host, that is SarahTheRebel on the internet. Sarah with an H as God intended.
Yeah.
Until next time, party down.